Shifts to the other side on 3rd and 10. Stroud. That touches there. Oh! A one-handed snare by Schultz. Tremendous grab for a first down.
Out in front of him. One hand out there. His defender fell down, got knocked around. We called him a safety blanket, but that's a whole lot more like a playmaker. Great start against the man-to-man coverage. They had success with this last time against the Colts, so they're going right back to it on the first 3rd down.
3rd down, Leonard is going to unleash a long one. Alec Pierce is there for the touchdown. Leonard is on time with a bomb to Pierce for 66 yards. Not a bad way to start your NFL career. Riley Leonard. Nobody near Pierce.
Tremon Smith is starting for Kamari Lassiter, who they're kind of letting rest. And just watch him at the top of this route. For the quickest second, he peeks back at the route underneath, and that allows Pierce deep behind.
That's something that's going to be missing today because you don't have Javonte Williams.
Here's Blue again. Cuts it up right through Big Blue. Blue inside the 10 and down near the 4. Dane Belton saves the touchdown. 1st and goal, Dallas.
Again, that patience. Watch him get in behind Jake Ferguson, number 87. Not pressing it too quick. There's the kick out. Now you're up the field vertically north and south. Gets a block from George Pickens downfield, but a real nice field there. It was a tight fit. There wasn't a lot of space there that you saw that running lane in.
Clock is ticking, 4:20 and counting left in the first. Oh, they're going to fake it. A toss by Sanchez, and it's caught. Mo Alley Cox on special teams. You wanted the kitchen sink? You'll get the kitchen sink.
Should be doing in this situation if you're the Colts, taking chances, throwing it all out there. Mo Alley Cox starts in the backfield and just wins right off the line of scrimmage. They're in punt formation on 1st down right now.
Cleo Burrow will be back, and some changes they'll make in the offseason.
1st and goal from the 7. Burrow, quick release, has it deflected. It's intercepted. And the Browns may have a chance for a pick 6. Bush, he's got a one man to beat. He's looking for Myles Garrett for some help. He got some help. And Devin Bush will score. There is a flag, however, at the 40-yard line. 97-yard return. 2 returns. Ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage.
The tip drill. Myles Garrett with the great rush off the edge of the tip on the inside. Look at Devin Bush's ability to see that someone's coming. Shelby Harris there, the 11-year veteran, tips it up right to his linebacker.
Continuing to play for the Cowboys next year, he said, I feel like I have so much more left in the tank. This season has really reinvigorated me, and I'm hopeful I can build upon this first year.
Here comes Cavante Turpin exploding down the sideline. Turpin on the run, caught from behind at the 15. Art Green with the touchdown-saving tackle, but Cavante Turpin, so explosive. The Pro Bowl returner with another big one.
And again, these plays here are like running plays, right? So keep an eye right here. There's going to be your big block coming across right there. Jalen Tolbert seals that right there. That gives you the lane to get up inside. Hey, Art Green, this is outstanding. You don't see Cavante Turpin get run down from behind very often. That was great hustle by Art Green.
84-yard return.
For the Saints offense, trying to respond. Throwing for it, floating for the tight end, and a one-handed grab by Jawan Johnson. And that deserves a stare.
Run the smash, and then they're going to run that fade ball to Johnson. And remember, man, he came out as a college free agent out of Oregon. He was
First down off the play fake. Burrow dumps it off to his left. He's got his receiver. The ball's loose again. It's picked up by the Browns. Sam Webb is going to take it in. And it's going to be another celebration penalty, but Noah Fant could not hold on. They are coming in and laying some hits.
Unreal chain of events here. You see that ball is out with a clean punch by Jerome Baker. And the return there
DJ Giddens is now in there in the backfield. Fake it. Leonard. Oh, Leonard loses the ball. Knocked around. Free ball. And the Texans pounce on it at the 1. Turnover, Indianapolis.
We're going to have to see if this is a throw or a fumble. It looks like he's trying to tuck the ball. I would imagine that's going to be ruled a fumble there as he hit the helmet of his own player.
Recovered by the defense. First down.
So Danielle Hunter gets a piece of the arm, and that changed the decision-making for Leonard.
Yes, it seemed like once Danielle Hunter hit that arm, Leonard was trying to corral the ball and pull it back in towards his body. I think that's a fumble, and it's going to stand.
Matt Burke celebrating.
Wow, they're going to throw it. Allen will float it. It's picked off. Intercepted by Antonio Johnson. And Antonio Johnson with a house call. First big play for the defense of Jacksonville. First NFL touchdown for Johnson.
Campanelli's defense does it again. If you just watch right here, here's Antonio Johnson. And what's happening here is, no, it's from the outside. Receiver comes across. It's just a miscommunication between quarterback and receiver, sometimes on shallow crosses.
On second down, Burrow to throw again. Lofts it to his left for Higgins. One-handed grab. A flag comes in, but that is a spectacular catch by T. Higgins if it stands. Touchdown seasons.
6'4" with ball skills. We talked about how good he is with his hands. Hold the defender off with his right. All you need is one. That's good every day and on Sunday.
Chimere DK is back under the crossbar to return. Cam Little, 67 yards! Oh! His 19th consecutive make, and it happens to be the second longest in NFL history.
He absolutely striped that.
Absolutely destroyed it. The youngest kicker to ever get drafted when he was 20 years old. He just turned 22 in August.
So, new set of downs for the Colts. Taylor has just 10 yards on the ground. Leonard steps up. Leonard, another deep one. Separation, caught by Pierce, and he's brought down inside the 5.
The deeper the throw, the better it is for Riley Leonard. He steps up in the pocket, a little slide step.
Drake London in motion, bottom of your screen. Fake Cousins is looking for London, and he's got it. Reached over the defensive back to haul it in, and Quincy Riley.
What an unbelievable job by London, just high pointing this thing over the top. This is great coverage. I mean, great. As soon as he turns his head, London goes over the top of Quincy Riley, and look at him go high to grab that ball, secure it. That is an awesome catch.
First down. Burrow, he's under pressure, he's sacked. And there it is, a record that has stood nearly a quarter of a century has a new leader as 30-year-old Myles Garrett records his NFL record 23rd sack of the year, passing Michael Strahan and T.J. Watt on the all-time list.
You see Myles Garrett, he just wins right away. To be that big, but that athletic to dip, a la Von Miller, beats Orlando Brown and gets in the backfield in under 2.5 seconds, Tom.
The Falcons, even though they have set a franchise sack record today on the other side. Pressure coming. He can do that, and Shuck will take off and run. Tyler Shuck, he slides inside the 25 of Atlanta.
They're trying to slide the guard across the formation, and watch Tyler Shuck. Both hands on the ball, movement up and away from the pass rush. I think it was Ebikebi.
The Panthers win the NFC South and get the 4 seed. Tyler Shuck, and it's intercepted. The Falcon take away D. Alford on his way. Eventually slowed down by Austin Estime.
Jumps the outside. Watch, double slants. He reads it, he sets, and then he just takes off on the outside slant. Watch it, bam, put your foot in the ground, go eat that thing up and take it off down the sideline. That is one smart play. But really, you look at the New Orleans Saints, they've run that so many times that you know it's coming, you sit on it, and you go get it.
Well, what was unfortunate is the Saints.
Bajorquez is the holder. Good snap, good hold, nearly blocked. It is good, but there is a flag.
I think that's going to stand, Tom, for hopping the center there.
It was a hop. It was a hop, skip, and a jump.
But for the drama, we will see.
It was Miles Murphy who hopped the center.
You can hop, you can't leverage, you can't push off on anybody.
That looks like it's going to do it. Kevin Stefanski and the Cleveland Browns.
There is no foul on the play. The field goal is good.
20-18. The Browns have knocked off the Bengals on a historic day. Whoa, he just missed blocking that.
By an inch. Miles Garrett.
Shuck for the end zone. In the corner. One-handed. That's a touchdown, Ronnie Bell. Wow. Amazing catch.
Amazing throw. Well, they had two close incompletions to Bell. Just time on task, but this time these two are connected. He just kind of slow plays it off and then explodes when he stacks the DB, Henderson, and that is a beautifully thrown ball.
5 seconds left. Snap it to Leonard. He's going to toss it underneath to Downs. He's going to chuck it behind him to Pittman. Throw it to Leonard, trying to keep it alive, and the Texans have it, trying to run with it for the score.
He didn't get it earlier. Togiai got his touchdown after all.
Togiai!
Wow! C.J. Stroud didn't give him the ball. He had to go get it himself.
A humongous human touchdown to end the regular season for Houston.
Alabama.
The Texans win it to finish the season 12-5, and they've got a defensive highlight to cap off the year.
Wow. It was thoroughly impressive athleticism from Togiai.
Togiai thought he was going to get a touchdown on a handoff earlier in the game, and it was Stroud who pulled it back at the last moment, ran it in himself, and just desserts for Togiai, D'Amico Ryans, and the Texans.
To have a young quarterback in his second year, there's no element of offense that we can't run in New England.
Back-to-back Stevenson runs, and a big call and a big play. There goes Ramondre Stevenson. 2 plays into the game, and New England has it first and goal.
And being one of the best, but they do this as well as anybody. They go jumbo, big bodies on the field. You know, it's amazing for a team, Joe, that is so prolific throwing the ball, especially downfield. Teams play them in base personnel, big bodies, and it's just so counterintuitive. You're so worried about matching these big bodies that New England puts on the field, and we're just...
It's a 3rd and 5. And Lance from the pocket gets picked off the deflection, and here we go with the run back inside the 20. McMillan is in for the touchdown.
You'll see the left side's going to create it, and Lambert Smith just doesn't quite show if he's going to continue or stop, and that allows McMillan to get this place going.
3rd down and 1. Bigsby is back there, the fake, and a block by the tight end Latu, and downfield they got him. That's Smith, and he'll pick up on the play 26 yards. 1,000 yards for Smith on that strike from McKee.
Heavy tight end set with Tunyon in motion. Oladokin pats the ball and loses it. Punched out behind midfield. Wilson forced the fumble. Still a scramble for it. It's Raider football.
Take a look at the right tackle, Drew Godric. I really like the technique. We call this a chase down set. You close the space to the edge rusher, and sometimes they find a way to turn that short corner into an edge, and the Raiders get the ball back. Young right tackle, learning which tools work.
This would be a great play for the Eagles to take a shot deep.
They got Grands in the tight end in, 2 of them in fact. And there goes McKee underneath. It's Bigsby. Oh, he broke a beautiful tackle. And on the move, galloping, blocking, diving. Wow, what a run after the catch. Tank Bigsby makes it go. Philly.
And that's why you run play action on 2nd and less than 1. They were looking for Dotson deep. McKee didn't see him open. Dumps it down.
On 4th down, Stafford, end zone, Nikola, touchdown! What a catch!
We're going to throw this 50-50 ball against the rookie Denzel Burke. It's Burke's opportunity to see if he can get this coverage. If not, Puka goes with the one-handed grab. Chase Blackburn, their special teams coordinator, onto their interim.
Ben Kawika to Bowden for Blackburn. Wilson wide open. Touchdown.
Monster plays. Michael Wilson had already beat Ahkello Witherspoon earlier. That's a nice little stutter. Gets right behind him. The first time Brissett had underthrown the football. This time Brissett puts all of it into that throw, and he easily gets in for a touchdown.
The ability to build around a young, premier, elite quarterback is very promising for the future in New England.
Stevenson again. Ramondre Stevenson has his 3rd touchdown of the game. Bursting throw for 35.
Here's Lance, knocked out of his hands, and the Broncos are on it. Benito is the one who got the strip. It looked like Roach on top of the football. Jones is there too. Yeah, Jones is the one that ended up with it.
Let's leave Benito one-on-one. Deculus was not the starter to start the year. He's played solid, but you cannot leave Benito, who now has 13.5 sacks this year.
You're not getting away from me this time, he said.
Nope, and he had an opportunity earlier, like you said, but you didn't even feel him coming. And it's a great teaching tape when you come around the corner, not just to get the sack, but to get the ball out.
Only need a field goal to take the lead. Bouchel wants deep. Brown hauls it in. Hollywood Brown at the 25. You know, Matt Nagy, Andy Reid, they love drive starters with explosive plays, and they go downtown to Hollywood Brown. At the beginning of the play, they looked at Kelsey. There was 3 defenders in his.
Snap and hold are good. The kick is up and good. And the Lions going to finish their year with a win in Chicago, 19-16.
Wow.
But this day belonged to the Lions. Jake Bates, the walk-off winner in Detroit, comes to Chicago and gets a W. 19-16, the final score.
60 yards from Daniel Carlson
For the late lead. Snap there. Carlson swings. Carlson has it! With 8 seconds left. Good snap, good hold, good protection, and just elation. 3rd and 4. Steelers bring 4. Highsmith is there. Jackson got away. Now reloads and throws to Flowers downfield. He's got it for a touchdown! They had Jackson. 2 Steelers. He escaped and finds Flowers, and the Ravens take the lead.
This is unbelievable. You are going to see a meeting at the quarterback, and somehow Lamar splits them. I've never. Little shotgun.
3rd and 1. Fake to Henry Jackson. Shot downfield. Zay Flowers again. Zay Flowers inside the 20. He's going to go. There is a flag on the far side of the field. Let's see what that is. The Ravens react as though it is on Pittsburgh.
I thought I was watching a replay of the first half. Got that down the field and over there, and there is nobody in the middle of the field. Look at that. I mean, you could stop that. That is as big an area as I have ever seen wide open on a football field.
The 4th lead change of the game, the 3rd in the 4th quarter.
Zay Flowers had to be as shocked as anybody out there.
Look at Jalen Ramsey looking around like, where is everybody? Wow. Flowers, couple of touchdowns, 138 yards on the night, and has given the Ravens a 4-point lead. And now we go back to the point that the Steelers are out of timeouts. Lamar Jackson saw the flag, said, no, yes, it's on them. I've got 2 big touchdowns in this quarter, 3 on the game. Rodgers protected, throws to Austin for the touchdown!
There's the slip. Going to come up, little hesitation and go route. And Chidobe Awuzie has had a nice game out here. He slips. There's no way anybody else can be responsible. And it is a horrible thing when it happens to you. We were waiting for somebody to make a play.